Yep, looks good, Bridge, thanks.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
What? Roger.
They called us.
Yeah, I was just
Good.
gonna wait until we did
Yeah.
about 15 meters and tell him to hold position. Oh, no, sorry. No, we're good.
Left that radio channel open, did you?
No, I think he's listening to SBL. He must be.
Ah.
I am keeping an eye out for a rock, but these all seem way too big.
You seem a little large, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever,
I see a nice pillow on this one, though. Oops.
whoever collects that one has to remove it from the ROV.
Uh-huh.
That is very true.
Well,
and
we move
honestly,
the ROV from it.
Collect it and immediately drop all the weights.
we can have a dive ender if we want to. We can just put a big old columnar basalt on the front porch and
Maybe we just need a big claw in the bottom of Argus.
I agree.
that'd be cool.
Crane game it.
Here's the top of a coral. Oh, there's the rest of it.
Bamboo. Let's just take a peek. Ah, it's all flat. Let's go the other way. It is interesting that the sheer cliff meets this flow here,
Yeah.
and then this isn't really necessarily as dramatic of a landscape.
No.
Still steep, but
Yeah, it's interesting. The high pack doesn't really show this, but it's kind of like a big slump deposit on the left and a large sheet flow. The high pack just kind of looks like sheet flows all the way up. Just relatively low slope.
Yeah, this map is doing a lot more smoothing and averaging
Yeah.
and interpolation than maybe you would assume. I mean, these are 75-meter grid cells or something, so
Yeah, that's pretty coarse.
yeah, so
There's a happy little sea star.
So that is the world's laziest looking sea star right there.
go ahead and push on in there, please.
Imagine catching a prey, eating it, and just sleeping on it like a hammock.
That's just adding insult to injury, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Or it's using all parts of your hunt.
It's true. It's called psychological damage at that point.
You can see all the polyps are retracted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where
that
it
is
hasn't got to yet.
that is
Getting
an
more zoom.
unhappy bamboo coral.
Oh, do we still need to correct a triad? Should we grab this and then an opal? Is that nearby bamboo?
We did
Partial
a
white.
triad with the bamboos already, and I think they really want to get a triad that's primnoids.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that.
Okay, full white, please.
Although with the number of sea stars and bamboos we've been seeing so far, if I turn out to be wrong, I think Steve will be able to correct that error.
okay, so we're pretty much here at waypoint 2. You want to keep going this way for a minute, or you want to start heading towards 3?
Yeah, we can start heading towards 3 and see what the terrain looks like.
Okay. New bearing 320.
Might get boring, but
320, Raj.
once we hit 3, there's kind of a steep lip we can follow along towards 4.
Go ahead and push on in here, center screen, please. There's something strange there.
And then pretty much 4 through 6 is just going along that lip.
Oh, an enemy.
Oh, is this one of the ones that someone wanted a anemone that was purple? It was a tube, I believe.
I don't know if this is that, but Asako would know, and she's in the chat.
What's the verdict back there, Becca?
This appears to be a normal actinaria, so not the one we're looking for.
Roger. Full white, please. And sorry, Chris, can you repeat? 320.
Raj.
320.
Yeah, the one we're looking for will have much sharper tentacles.
Yeah, it seems to be more dramatic purple.
Would you mind zooming out on high pack there again? Okay. And the distance to waypoint 4? Yeah. 'Cause I think we'll probably get there. Okay, Raj.
Here's a question in the chat. Do corals produce waste? Do they contribute to the marine snow? And then do shallow corals differ from deep sea corals? That's kind of like 3 different questions.
I would totally guess I think anything that's a respiring or everything produces waste, I would imagine. And even the mucus and all this would also contribute to whatever is detritus. I don't know, this is me speculating, but.
I missed the question. Can you repeat it for me?
No worries. So do corals produce waste? So do they poop in a sense? And do they add to the marine snow? And then how do shallow corals differ from deep sea corals?
They can produce waste. They produce mucus. They slough cells. So their digestive system only has one opening, so everything goes in and out the same end. But they don't produce a lot of waste. They tend to be hyper efficient. Just to interrupt my diatribe, there is an umbalula there on the left.
Where?
Oh, yeah.
Illustrate me.
This?
Captain?
And so as for the difference between shallow water and deep water corals, the big difference is that these ones live their entire world with lives without light. And so
Go ahead and push out on there,
they
please.
don't have the symbiotic algae that you get in shallow water corals. These ones are entirely what we call heterotrophic.
It looks like a mushroom coral that's not.
Yep. This is a sea pen called umbalula.
All right, stand by.
Okay. I will remember this now.
Remember unbelievable? I'm gonna turn on
I
torch
know
second.
the word, but I didn't know what it was. And in front of a bunch of scientists, they pointed at something else and said it was an umbalula. And they said, no, it's not.
Gonna come a little wide, please. Actually, go ahead and come full wide. That'd be great.
Umbalula. Is that typical for like the length of the, what would those be called?
The polyps?
Polyps, yes. Is that a typical length?
Yeah, they tend to be, the defining characteristic is they are this kind of crown of very large, very long polyps. The individual specimens can get much larger than that. But
What's the illustration for? Do you want
Sorry,
to
can you
throw?
grab this rock? Is it here we have time? I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and stop it.
This is like identifying that you had a question.
All right.
Oops. Okay. Just waiting on comms.
Roger. I'll take a quick scan of this guy before you get it.
Sure.
Go ahead.
There's a little crustacean.
Very cool. Full wide, please. All right, you're clear, Carly.
Just take
That
that.
moves very easy. She showed dominance. Now you pick it up.
take that rock. Sorry.
I got a 54 ground fault again.
Okay, can you zoom for me? I'll just do a little spinneroo.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you.
Okay, come wide. Which, doesn't matter what bio box, any bio box, take your pick. Is that right?
Yeah, we only have two, one in F and then a small one in D. So all the other ones are open, including the forward box.
I got.
Okay. Come out. And go for C then, I guess.
You just hold there for a second. I just gotta,
Can you, oh, you get it.
okay.
I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, you want to measure it to A real quick? Yeah, okay, she'll go, I think.
Sorry, I'm just gonna index while the ship moves like that. Okay.
You can go ahead and dump them in any one of those, actually. It's easier to measure at the scale when the closer ones. Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Would you mind rotating 180 degrees your jaw so the big butt goes in first? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, it's all the same.
All set?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, jeez.
Excellent.
Woohoo!
I'll just wait until we go to dive shallow because I can't see what's going on over there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wrist down.
Well,
Elbow down, I mean.
I want to clear that rock. I had to lift way up over it to get out back there.
Better. I'll just come off the rock, Kylie.
It's fine. I got it. Raj.
Mind swinging a little outboard, please? Cool. Kevin, you're off SPL if you're trying to talk to us.
We're just comparing notes on a previous collection.
Oh, roger.
Bridge nav 15325.
Can we zoom on those white specks? Might just be holdfast. I'm curious if there are more of those sea stars.
Sure.
Yeah, I think they're just holdfast. Never mind.
Okay, Roger.
There's a coral right above us. Yeah, there it is. Cool.
Go ahead and do a quick zoom here, please.
Chrysogorgid.
And a little fish that just went by real quick.
Go ahead and come wide, please. When you say that it's kind of has these segmented rings on it, is that, you said it was a juvenile? Was
That was a previous one. That was a Metallogorgia juvenile.
Roger.
This one I think may just be a sparsely branching species.
Roger.
Although Asako just says it does look a bit like a juvenile Metallogorgia.
Bridge nav 15325.
What speed are we currently moving at?
.2.
We may want to speed up a little bit to get to waypoint 3. In case we have to cut the dive short, I want to make sure we
Okay.
see some of the shallow area.
That is up to Jess.
Yeah, so when we go up slope like this, as you can see in our sonars, still steep turn.
Okay.
But once we get to the flatter contours, then for sure we can speed up.
Yeah, it should start flattening out before too long.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't look like too much between 3 and 4. Well, around. Well.
Depends on where you hit it. Yeah.
But yeah, once we get to slightly flatter, less aggressive contours, then be happy to speed up.
Raj.
Last thing we want is to be surprised by another interesting wall. Then we just be glued to our consoles and in a state of constant stress. That's no fun.
Doesn't sound like the sea pickles.
That is not our MO. It's not our jam.
No, the sea pickles are cool as a cucumber.
Oh. And slightly acidic.
And slightly salty.
And slightly salty, yeah. Probably a better one to be.
So here's a question in the chat. In between dive sites, while the boat is moving, have we all seen anything interesting on the surface of the water? I haven't seen anything so far. What about you guys?
I've been enjoying watching the flying fish take off from under the boat and get hunted by the many seabirds that are attempting to use this as a landing pad.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything this expedition. In some areas, you can have dolphins jumping in the wake of the ship for a long time, or you can see whales in the distance. I've seen whales near Fiji. But this expedition, just a few birds that are hanging out and a few flying fish.
When we were in port, I saw a sea turtle, and that was still the best thing that I've seen in the water. It just right off the bat saw the best thing I could possibly see.
Yeah, the sea turtles were like following us out of the harbor. It was really cool.
Yeah, they're very cute. And then I think of Finding Nemo, and the sea turtle in that movie was so nice. So it's just happy times.
Bridge nav 15325.
I think Finding Nemo was like a big movie for a lot of us.
Yeah.
I saw it in IMAX when I was in school in, I think it was like 5th grade or so. It came out either 5th grade or middle schoolish, right? It's like I think anyone that's seen it, it like sticks with them, you know? It's a cool movie, but like just enough education for kids to like feel like you know something about the ocean, you know?
Yeah. It's also probably one of the first, well, there's not a lot of movies that are about the ocean in a positive way at that time, right? Cartoons and things.
Yeah, yeah. Unique, yeah. Like, generally, like, probably my first exposure to, like, you know, clownfish and anemones and, like, the behavior and that they live together and that, you know, just, like, things like that. I didn't have any other references to underwater, I don't know, habitats or anything like that.
That was my experience too, except the first time that I saw it, I started crying at the part where the hammerhead shark, or what shark is that? Is like trying to get to Nemo. Y'all know the part. I just know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was so scared. I started crying, and my mom had to leave the movie theater with me. But then I watched it a couple years later, and I really liked the movie. So
yeah. Is it when like Dory gets a nosebleed?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so scary. Oh my gosh, did you see Finding Dory? Isn't that what it's called?
Yes, I think so. I think I did. I was a little bit older, less impressionable.
Dory was so cute in that.
Yeah, Finding Dory is pretty funny. I think like the octopus just like stole the whole movie.
Oh, I don't remember the octopus.
You don't remember the octopus?
No.
It's like the main character.
Oh no.
Octopus, okay, hold on. Octopi is not correct.
That's
Octopus
right.
is. Right? Sorry, it was supposed to just be they're such interesting creatures that will steal the show anyway. And any type of documentary too, but now I'm getting hung up on grammar. Octopus is correct, right?
Correct.
Don't look at me.
Or octopods.
Octopods?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Raj.
But not octopi then.
No, it's definitely not. That's the way they make you show a scientist you're not a scientist.
Roger.
Or using data as singular. Yeah, that's the other one. Chris will ding you on that every time. The data is versus the data are. No.
Oh, you're off SPL, sir.
I don't know. Am I? I feel like I'm extremely lax about that.
Okay.
I will judge you on data is versus data are. Data are always plural.
Raj. Feels wrong, is right.
But then what's Tim? If not, Tim's not plural. Other Tim, data Tim.
Data Tim is.
Singular. He's just data.
Well, I don't know if he's dating anybody.
Ba-da-bum.
I don't know. I think data Tim, because he is making sure that everything goes right in terms of all of the data feeds, probably is plural.
Yeah.
Tim takes many forms.
Bridge nav, 15 meters, 320.
Sort of expecting him to chime in over the intercom any second now.
Yeah, you never know. He's always listening.
Yeah.
You always have to assume he's listening anyway. That's how he likes it.
Tim is data, and data are Tim.
There you go.
There you go.
Nailed it. Yeah. Mastery of the concept.
Forwards and
Here he
backwards.
is. I know.
There's really not a lot of life on this side. It's interesting. So the coral overhangs that we were seeing, very different from this feature here.
Yeah, they seem to really like that much more vertical surface than this kind of sheet flow.
Yeah. There's one candelabra over here. I don't really have the scope for it, but we can just take it from a distance.
I think you got it. Go get it. Go get it, girl. Don't let me stop you. Don't let me hold you back.
But I will let the wall stop us. That will hold us back. That is the wrong boulder to choose, though, honestly. Why would you do that one?
One little motion of the seafloor was all it will take.
Yeah, that is not what you want. Go ahead and zoom here. It's going to be a little far.
Does that mean that corals grow on a rolling stone?
Papa was a rolling stone here.
Well, it's definitely a coral and not moss, so that one still holds.
Got all of its polyps retracted?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Looks like it. Oh.
All right, there we go.
All right, full wide, please.
Full wide.
Is that one of the eye clades?
Yeah, that is an I-4 clade bamboo.
Nice.
Okay, I'm coming up.
Yeah.
Just want to get the shot.
No, great shot. I like it.
I'm zoomed in too, so
Yeah.
just don't worry.
Thanks for the shot.
We got it. We both got it.
2 shots.
Yeah. Teamwork.
Bridge nav 20320.
Beautiful view in Atalanta there.
Yeah.
Lots of bamboo coal.
With all of them missing so many polyps, I'm thinking there has to be something else going on that isn't just predation around all of them.
So if a coral is missing its polyps, what effect will that have on the coral?
It reduces the ability of the colony overall to feed. They can regrow tissue over some of those areas, so it's not necessarily permanent. And but it's not a sign of health to be missing that much tissue on the skeleton.
Right. And do corals grow from the, like, how do I say, like, at, you know, like our hair? And it grows from the root. Does it grow from the root or does it grow from the ends?
They'll grow from the ends.
Okay. But it could get new tissue over where it's been predated, but maybe even to the extent of like new polyps and everything, or no?
Yeah, it can grow new polyps and expand the tissue down. It won't grow new skeleton in those areas.
And it's just the cells just do it? Like they just can and therefore do?
Yes, I think.
There's like a little bit of a philosophical question there.
Yeah.
Is that a crinoid on that stem?
I think that's a crinoid.
Go ahead and do a quick zoom in, please. Blending in with the coral there.
Yeah. Seems like there's some small polyps. I'm wondering if is it growing back when you see two small ones in between the larger polyps?
Unclear.
And then here's an empty branch next to a full branch.
Makes it really easy to see the nodes when they don't have any polyps in the way.
Yep.
So there's that.
Pull away, please. The texture in the bubble cam looks pretty neat.
Botryoidal.
Botryoidal texture.
And unlike in biology, that's spelled properly.
Still an awkward word.
I like the slight jab at biologists there.
I think when we finally name all these seamounts, I'm going to stick some C's and some P's in all of them. They don't belong.
Like the Coptera.
Bridge nav, 20 meters, 320.
Silent P, C.
It's going to be a Tina Turner seamount, and it's going to be two C's.
What's the anticipated on-deck time for this dive?
It was not on the board.
No.
We were shooting for a 20-hour dive, but we assume we have to pull up before that.
Okay. And you said waypoint 3 is where you guys want to get and everything else is all right? Or?
I think we want to try to get to the top of the gale if possible. So waypoint 6 or whatever, but we're just going to keep moving towards it.
Roger, Roger.
Actually, probably waypoint 10 is the gale.
Raj. Better go to start speeding up, Jess.
Yeah.
Pedal to the metal.
I guess we can increase it to 0.3 now. And then once we get to the flat, 0.4, then 0.2 after that.
All right. Next move, I'll crank it up.
Okay.
Warp speed. What was yours? Warp factor 2.
Warp factor 3.
Warp factor 3.
Hold on. Buckle up.
I wonder if there's like, never mind. I'm sorry. I never, nope.
I think that's an unbranched.
Wait.
Hard to tell if that's an unbranched primnoid or a bamboo.
Go ahead and push on in there, please.
That's a bamboo. Oh, wait, no, might be primnoid. It's I think I retract my bamboo statement. I think that's an unbranched primnoid.
Got a little bit more.
Whorls of polyps, and you can see the plates on the outside.
Plates?
Oh,
Yeah, so the sclerites form these kind of armor plates, so that texture you're
Can I
seeing
come
on the
wide, please?
polyps is actually the kind of armor plating.
Oh. And is it like, not a shell, because it's not,
Yeah,
is it tough, hard? Like,
yeah, they're usually either calcite or aragonite, so calcium carbonate, and they're basically like little grains of sand, but the shapes are diagnostic for species. And so some of them form little buttons, some of them form little needles, and those ones, they form these like plates of armor that coat the polyps.
oh, okay. Plates, needles, and buttons. Oh my.
There's all kinds of fun technical terms for the shapes, things like thorn scales and...
That's a cool one. Thorn scales. They have large little barbed thorns on them that
Yep.
they use to capture prey, or?
Mostly to protect the polyp.
Oh.
What does, the polyp is where it gets the food, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me more about polyps?
Well, polyps are the coral animal, but they're all kind of connected in their tissue layer underneath, forming a colony. So each of those little polyps is a colonial animal.
Each one?
Each one is an animal, but they're all connected together. So they're all clones of genetically identical.
And they just work together?
Yep. And you can have different types. So there are polyps. Those are like the main animal polyps. But particularly in things like sea pens, you'll have specialized polyps that all they do is pump water in and out. So rather than having the feeding tentacles. In colonial medusans, like the Portuguese man-o-war is a colonial medusan, one polyp is actually the float.
Oh. So it's like specialized jobs.
Yep.
For different.
Yeah, but of little individual zooids that are all genetically identical.
Wait, what's a zooid?
Just another word for like a polyp and a little animal.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. And I like knowing that. Because it's like, sort of like when you see like a beehive or an anthill and you're like, they just all work together and have a common cause. That's what each coral's sort of doing with each polyp, yeah?
Yep.
I feel like if I built a colony out of 1,000 Kevins, we'd still fight.
And
Bridge nav 20 meters 320.
what would the specialized Kevins do?
Mario
Just
Kart.
fight over food. Everyone wants to be the consuming Kevin.
An all-consuming Kevin.
Are those rocks scrappable right ahead of us?
Oh, those little ones, yes.
Right, yeah, that's general.
Bridge nav, hold position.
Full rack back. Hello, Mr. Fish. Or fish. All right. You want to show us which one you want there?
Maybe this one right here.
Roger.
Okay, comms.
Roger.
I'm sorry, tell us straight one more time. I was looking at the manipulator. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, my heading went around.
Moving target. Here, I have to index.
It's a wily walk.
That seems pretty in there. Hey, oh, you got it.
Maybe.
I'll say when we're done with this rock, would it be possible to zoom in on, and if it's another one of those primnoids, possibly sample the coral that's right behind the arm?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
that was cool, like a scalper pulling that out.
Look at that tooth.
Good. Thank you. And I'll just...
That was a great walk, thank you.
Okay. Come wide.
I'm going to set us up better for...
Oops. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Nice.
Okay.
Perfect grab. That's,
Okay. Indexed.
Roger.
I'll change the camera.
Sure.
Just as a reminder, box B, C, and E are open, as well as all the forward boxes.
Thank you.
BCE, Rog.
I'm pretty sure it's a cord. Okay.
Sorry. See. I'm going to put the cow catcher back on.
Yeah, I know where the screws are.
Just won't till Dan to C4.
No. Sorry.
Right.
I'm just going to hold there for a second.
Yep.
Oops. Okay. Okay.
May I make a suggestion? I think the little metal piece sticking up is getting caught. So if you want to elbow up and then wrist down a bit, it'll help you out a lot. Yeah, that's looking good. This is that darn
That's
little
A.
thing up. Yeah.
Orange. Oh, I see what you're saying. I didn't. I gotcha. Can you put your monitor down, or just tell me if it's Thank you. There, yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, some rotation would be good. There you go.
Excellent.
Crushed it.
Okay. Sorry about that, Jess.
All good. Yeah, it's just a little tab.
That tab and that far right monitor, like that far right image, is like, I can't see it from over here.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Is it a bit more rolly in the van today, or am I
Yeah.
just making things up?
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
we're rolling.
rolling.
It's very static. I don't know about you guys. This is the most stable I've been.
you being facetious?
Is there any chance we could snip and slurp the coral that's right in front of the vehicle as we take off and move forward? Or are we needing to scoot?
Yeah,
I
sonar's
see
looking
it.
a little okay. Where are you looking at there?
It's just off camera. I can see it in the still cam, so it's just forward and left of where the rock right in front of the still cam on the main image is.
Forward and to the left.
There it is, right there.
You know, you have that secret spy eye going on.
Snip and slurp.
Got bucket on. All right. Go ahead and push on in there a bit, please. This guy here?
Yeah.
Roger. All right, go ahead and come wide, please. I'll sit down.
Okay.
Still rack back, which is nice.
Ew. Okay, so flush is all set.
Roger.
Okay, jar 1.
It's not really a good place for me to park here.
That's all right. We'll figure this out. Per approximately how much of it would you like?
Just a little haircut on the top.
Little off the top.
Wood.
Barber.
Can I get some? Yeah, thank you.
Say when.
Because of the direction of it, a coral cutter tape away from me, right?
Tape away, yeah.
Yeah, Raj. I'll just sort of.
How about I reset us up a bit?
No, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Okay.
Is that enough, you guys think?
That looks good.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. Thank you for that sample. Come wide.
Actually, want to rotate? I want to see how much we got. Yeah.
Raj.
Yeah, that
okay.
looks good.
Did you guys need a zoom for the sample collection?
Yeah, if we could get a quick zoom.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna hold there.
Pull wide, please.
All right. Okay. Ready. Get out of here.
And the wrist is really good.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just gonna halt.
Getting jumpy. All right, we're lined up on number 1 back row. Suction coming on.
Raj.
We're at 50%. All right, Tim, you want to push in on the Herc HT? That's good.
I think that's in there.
I think that's in there,
I
yeah.
think it is.
Nope.
You're good.
There
Nice.
it goes. Okay.
Pull wide, please.
Woohoo.
Yeah,
Halted. Off.
Roger.
There it
we go.
goes.
Sweet.
Nice.
Zeroed out. Awesome. The craft is being
Terrible. Twitchy wrist. Say that 5 times fast. Twitchy wrist going in the dialogue in Red Book.
Alright, you can catch up.
Raj.
And that was back row to confirm sample jar number 1.
Correct.
Yep.
Thanks.
Sure thing.
Oh.
Another sea star feeding there.
Hmm?
Oh, another sea star feeding in the
Oh.
lower right.
Bridge nav, 15 meters, 320.
Warp speed.
Kind of seeing lobate flows and kind of pillows that are just completely cemented over with these Botryoidal textured ferromanganese crust here, to the point where it's become just a solid singular unit, essentially.
Kevin, what causes the grape leg texture again?
It's usually, or best described as sediments basically being in the area. So ferromanganese needs to adhere essentially to a hard rock, precipitate on it. And so if there's little bits of sediment, it will precipitate around it. And then you'll end up with these little kind of dips all around where it's precipitating out. And that kind of gives it Botryoidal texture. Sometimes it can kind of have like a north or a lineation you're kind of seeing here. And that's probably because the sediments were slightly lineated when they were being deposited.
Did you catch that?
The wrap, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to look down at it, I can't.
Well,
There was just the way it was folding.
Okay. Okay. Best case scenario.
Yeah.
I wonder who figured that out.
Hmm?
That ferromanganese precipitates around tiny bits of detritus.
Jim Hine, 2000 is the paper that I got that from. He was a USGS, he's still there, he's retired now, but premier world expert on ferromanganese deposits and phosphorite. And so a lot of the work was done by him on this.
Please.
And he did a lot of work in the Johnson Atoll region. They did a lot of cruises out here in the 80s to try to assess how thick and composition of the ferromanganese crust, if it's economically valuable.
Primnoid coral.
What's that down at the base?
I'm not sure what that little orange blob is at the base.
Brittle star? I'm not sure. Come a little wide there, please, and bouncing us all around the town here.
Bridge nav, 20 meters, 320.
And around the porch cam, the porch light.
Yeah.
Go ahead and push in again there, please. Just go in tight on the polyps if you want.
It's all the way in.
Roger. All right, full wide, please. Thank you. No problem. This looks like an interesting fallen piece of rock, eh?
Yeah, it's definitely out of place. Assuming coming from upslope. Or maybe immediately upslope right here. No, I don't think so. That's too different. Yeah, I think the actual Botryoidal texture and the less steepness of the slope is allowing more sediment to fill in. It's probably making it harder to get a holdfast going, to get colonies of corals to go in this area. They don't like sediment for the most part. Some more long branching, is that bamboo most likely?
Yeah, I think that one's a bamboo. And there was another potential young Metallogorgia.
So the first, for those who weren't on SPL, we were just talking about breathing into microphones, but the first scientific talk I ever gave, I was like super nervous, you know, and I practiced it. And, you know, I practice makes perfect, and I delivered it what I thought was really well, but my brain completely shut off. You know, like I got up in front of a huge audience and I started talking, and I don't remember any of it, right? It's just like, right, it was like kind of blackout, right?
Yeah.
You know, stage fright, right? So at the end of it, you know, I was talking to one of my lab mates, and she was like, really, really good talk. And I was like, oh, thank you. I worked really hard on that. She's like, how about that long exhale at the end? You stopped the talk. And I just went like, like right into the microphone.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in front of a, you know, audience of like 100 people.
I'm sure it made everyone else feel relaxed too. It's like a guided meditation at the end of your talk.
Yeah.
Throughout.
I know you were all blown away what I just said, so deep breaths.
Exactly. Right.
Recompose yourself.
Take a minute to consider it. Oh, we're out of time. Next speakers.
Over the course of grad school, I got a lot more comfortable doing talks, and I think about half of that is practice, and the other half is apathy. After a while, they're just another checkbox.
That's how I got with talks.
Yeah.
Although the favorite talk I ever gave was my very last year of grad school. We had to do this like graduate student seminar. And at the time I was doing functional genomics, looking at the response of a small bait fish to hypoxia, looking at what genes turn on and off. And we were using a technology called microarrays, where you would put RNA on a slide and it would bind and you'd dye it. And our two dye colors were actually red and green, but for our slides, we always had fish that were red and blue. So the entire talk, all 20 minutes, was given in Dr. Seuss rhyme, but managed to actually include all of my data.
Wow,
Whoa.
that is cool.
Red
Took
fish,
me,
blue
like,
fish.
Yeah,
Level.
many weeks to write with sitting there with a rhyming dictionary.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. Can you remember part of it for us right now?
No, it is now completely wiped from my brain. I think I've got a script for it somewhere on my computer at home.
Yeah. I guess RNA, array, those are, okay. Day, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to
Oh, sort through
here.
it now, yeah.
Sifting through. That's cool.
Make a word bank.
What gave you the inspiration for that?
It's just the long-running joke that my advisor had of always having his fish on his slide being red and blue, like one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. And so we'd joked in lab meetings about doing this for years and years. And so finally it was like, okay, this is the last seminar I'm going to give as a graduate student. Like, now's the opportunity. And just seized it and ran.
There's one of
Go out
those
with a bang.
purple crinoids.
Yeah.
Bridge nav,
Go ahead and
30
push on that again,
meters, 315.
Very nice.
30
very
meters, 315.
Weather's good. It's in the like the 20s.
Roger. Full wide, please. Actually, did you guys want one without those scaling lasers? I didn't think about that. Go ahead and push on in again, please.
Purple crinoid sitting on top of a little tiny chrysogorgid.
It almost looks like it's pushing the branches down.
Yeah, that chrysogorgid looks almost like it's just been nipped off right at the top.
Full wide, please.
Little shrimpy.
My understanding we collected a shrimp yesterday, hey?
What?
They did, and its whiskers were incredibly long. Like,
how'd they do it?
they slurped it.
Was he moving?
He was, briefly.
There's so much pleasure in Kylie's face right now.
My favorite part of the whole thing was when they carried in the slurp jar, the whiskers were so long that they were hanging out over the top.
I like that too. I didn't even see it. It happens so fast, you know, and you want to get out of the way when we get on deck. But I want to see the cool stuff.
Me too.
Me and Jess collect the samples that aren't samples anymore. Like the rocks that just end up on the vehicle by accident. And
Yeah. We'll like dig through the whole vehicle. We will dig into the vehicle.
scour. Or like we'll flush out the slurp and see what we can get out of it.
I'll say, I think there's going to be some pawing through some of the smaller nodule-sized rocks that were collected yesterday, because in the midst of them was a fossil shark tooth.
Ooh!
But it's now buried in the bucket where they're drying.
That should just be framed. That is awesome. Oh, sorry.
How big is that shark tooth?
Oh, it's not big. It's only about thumbnail size.
Oh, okay.
All set.
Would you like some, Tim?
So ROV team, do you ever get to a point where you work with people long enough that you don't really need to communicate verbally anymore? You can just sort of point and glance and...
Grunt.
Yeah. It's still a vocalization, I would guess, but like, I would say, but yeah.
Just Rajas at different, inflections.
Yes.
Raj?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Definitely like, oh, sorry, go Kylie.
No, you go ahead.
That was not one of those moments. I think, yeah, you can just look at each other, and you need to, like, if I need to winch up or something, and Kylie looks at me, and then, I don't know, there's like small things you don't need to say.
Small cues.
Yeah.
Because we both know what like needs to be done, right? But I would say that maybe most of our communication is not to say what needs to be done, and more to like even say like, because we're both on the same page, so it's like if I don't voice that I did it, then she's gonna look to do it. So sort of like just like letting her know she's covered in that way, you know? Can you get that, please? It's like I'm busy. Thanks, Jess. Thanks for nothing, Chris.
This is, because we're on mental cue, and Chris is in somewhere else.
But I was just fascinated by the dynamics of the situation.
That's not helpful. What's the report look like right now?
It was in the 20s, just like for a while.
Oh, okay.
I can ask Oriole if we can go a beam to the waves if you like. See if we can keep things a little more interesting.
They're already interesting enough.
Yeah, I'd rather, let's just fly to good.
All right. We won't do that then.
Oh, sea star. Sea star will sample. Oh, and a coral. This is cool.
How much is the ship thrusting right now, Chris?
Sorry?
How much work is the ship doing right now? Is it like full on?
It's currently covered up in menus. 1 second. There it goes. No, it's not. It's not actually working that hard at all.
Roger.
Maybe 40%.
Okay, Roger.
You can start to hear it if it really is going.
Yeah.
Is that right?
What?
Yeah, probably. Never mind. We're good. I'm good. It's because you're looking out and not down.
Yeah.
The tilt on the camera.
Oh, yeah.
I'm further away than I thought I was.
Right.
Yeah, I can go looking like this.
You don't have to change it. I just perceived myself to be under you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out in front.
I have another lip right here. Looks like a mound of pillows, and a few more corals hanging out on the lip.
But I'm not going to be able to come down.
Yeah, Roger. That's all good.
Like we wandered just slightly over to the right-hand side of the kind of ridge feature we've been on.
Yeah. On the north side of it now. Classic pill basalt mound. It's just a very low flow rate, so lava's just coming up, cooling, quenching rapidly, kind of forming these big pillows and then collecting and then stacking on top of each other.
Some marine snow and current here.
I keep trying to come up with an analog for what these, ferromanganese crusts look like, on land, and the best I'm coming up with is like fondant.
Fondant?
Yeah, like on cakes, that.
Yeah, it's kind of, ignoring the Botryoidal part, it's kind of just thick,
Bridge nav 30305.
like it's draped over it.
30305.
I think fondant's pretty good. I got nothing. I'm trying to think of something. A couple more corals, mostly or entirely missing their polyps.
Do I have to take your bubble cam real quick?
And in a non-culinary analogy.
Yes, please. Oh, Roger. Okay. Sorry, I was looking right at it.
I'm just seeing what the dealio is here. Because I feel like we're a little heavy, but...
Yeah, I just keep turning the Z-bias down. Because I'm pulling up, but it's just, not really doing anything.
In a non-culinary analogy for the crusts, I was just thinking if you've ever lived in a really old house where things have been painted over and over and over with like a heavy-duty paint, so you get like your window frame edges where you've kind of lost the texture of the wood because it's just been painted so many times.
Yeah.
So basically, you're describing the entire ship.
Yeah. Imagine painting the ship every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. I like that one.
I'll have you fly maybe a little bit uphill, Kylie, if you don't mind. That way you have more scope to do stuff. So like I don't want to come down on the sonar. And then so I'll just have you fly up slope, and then that way Oh yeah, no, yeah. If you fly kind of here-ish, and then, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting to waypoint 3. Do we want to go straight to waypoint 4, or do we kind of want to follow these contours here, follow the
I think
gradient?
go straight to waypoint 4 because we were seeing mostly coral on the south side of this ridge.
Okay,
So yeah, if we do
good.
a straight line, we might see that again.
All right.
And I think
New heading 300.
300, Rog.
the top is going to be really consolidated like this.
Yeah.
And then Chris, once we get past like the next 2 contours, let's go to like point 2 again because it's going to get steep.
Okay.
Steeper. Everything's relative.
Bridge nav, 30 meters, 300.
At a brittle or a crinoid?
I think that's a crinoid that we're just kind of looking straight down the top of. I'm trying to see if
Sorry
that
about
little, if that's just a track in the rock. Yo, it is.
Very cool.
Oops, combined. Yeah, Raj. Just checking out the sights.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
I swear you don't do this for a day and you're like, forget where the bottom is.
Little, I'm going to assume chrysogorgid.
Oh, wow. That's big.
Got another potential young metallogorgia there.
Very pretty.
And a big crinoid.
It's steep.
Up to the right there.
Off to the left, yeah.
Well, yeah, but also just the up here.
So every direction, really.
A lot of vertical.
I'm going to face around 275 just for keep an eye on the wall.
Okay.
I think now you're in a really great position for this next move.
Okay.
Should I just not pull forward?
Sorry?
I'm at the end of the tether.
Bridge nav, 30 meters, 300.
Yeah. Tib, are we full wide on Atalanta?
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry, Chris, what was the last move?
Another 30 meters, then I'm going to kind of let you catch up a bit.
Yeah, because there's a big guy right in front of us here.
Yeah.
All right, do you want me to cancel it, or?
No, no.
Okay.
I think we're fine.
Yeah, you can keep the move, Bridge.
Just looking. Okay, so just keep going up.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, Chris, can you increase the scan speed here on Argus, please?
Yeah.
It's just a button on there.
Oh, you can just do it on here.
I think so,
Scan
yeah.
speed, yeah, all right.
Yeah, there you go.
There
Thank
it
you.
goes. Look at it go. Scanning like crazy now.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Do we think that's just chunks of crust in a pile there?
I mean, there might be some rocks in it, but can we zoom on that pile?
Sure.
The one to the left? Yeah.
Video zoom. Let's hold there.
It's definitely crusty. Yeah, not worth sampling at this time. But
Okay, come wide. You want to map it with Norbit? It's on there. Gotcha. Holothurian?
yeah.
Does this rolling make anyone else feel like they're being rocked to sleep?
Yep.
I'm just kind of enjoying the roller coaster motion.
Me too.
Some thick lobate flow-like features. Surprisingly, there's no coral on this.
We are already holding position.
That was a really dramatic block edge there.
Yeah.
Have these crusts, for something that really like accretes on and kind of bonds with the rock that it's attached to, it doesn't seem to hang on very well.
Yeah.
Like past a certain sort of slope angle, it just snaps off.
It sticks with it. I think actually probably the rock itself is breaking off at those angles.
Oh, okay.
But it's possible the crust could break off. But the crust sticks, yeah, really well to the basalt, especially at this depth. It's actually hard to remove it. Some kind of little fish coming to say hello to the camera. Maybe over here if we have time to grab a rock. There's some potential spots.
Let's do it. Then we can also pitch a plate at the same time.
Yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone.
You can pitch 2 plates if you grab a big enough rock.
We can pitch all the plates and then start floating up to the surface
Yeah.
pretty much.
Let's see. Now if we could only get the coral that we're looking for.
Yeah.
You think somewhere down in here was promising?
Yeah, this whole region. Wherever you can land.
Okay.
You want me to just help you with that? I swear to God, Jess, you stress me out.
Beautiful right back there, Kylie.
Danke.
I'm gonna just look over with the bubble. All right, come on.
Roger.
Might look a little bit to the right if you get a chance. Yeah, thank you. And a little bit up. Nice. All right, Kevin, what do you guys want?
I'm gonna say one of the smaller ones, either of these two.
Okay. Go ahead and push on in there, please. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, full wide, please. All right, Kylie, if you don't mind, find a place to sit.
You want me to sit?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Also, just a reminder, box C and E are open, as well as both of the forward boxes.
Sorry, do you mind actually coming up here a wee bit?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to ask me to do.
Yeah, go find a place to sit up here.
Oh, Raj. I thought you were like, sit here. I was like, oh, it's surprising for... Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna just move out of the camera here. Huh. Really not liking this twitch at all.
Our corals appeared just over the edge of that lip.
Yep, we're back on
in
the
that
south side.
crevice.
Oh, there's a big one right in the distance.
Wow.
All right, anywhere around here is good, Kylie.
Okay. I'm going to look down so I can see my camera.
Yeah, maybe just on top of there.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like there's a sponge in the distance as well.
All right, I'm gonna take this guy.
Come out.
Roger. Twitchy arm. What ones we got open again? C is what I want. Is that what?
C.
Yep, C is good.
Let's do. Got it on my jaw. There we go. All right, I'm gonna pitch a plate here too for us. Thank you. All right. Do you mind looking? Awesome. Cool. Swing and a miss. Through the fingers, eh? Intermessing jaws for the loss here. Go ahead and push on in there a bit, please, there, Tim. Come on, baby. Mama needs a new pair of sneakers. No. She don't like that. I really don't like the way that... There. Spaghetti grip this. Sorry? Yeah. Kind of feels that way, but... Alright. Ooh, big mambo. You're gonna come wide there, please. Thank you. Alright, looks like we're pretty clear below us. Alright, well now I should be pretty floaty.
Awesome.
You know what that means, Kevin?
Slow down and grab more rocks. Actually, I'm looking forward to going along this cliff after that big barren stretch.
We're on the hunt for this sparsely branched chrysogorgia / metallogorgia.
Roger. You're doing good. You're doing great. big cliff. Yeah, this gets deeper. Chris, what's going to be our target bearing?
300.
300. Yeah, we're stopped right now. So, yeah, totally, if you want to. The world's your oyster. Especially when we're stopped. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. So, eventually, you want me to look at you right now since we're stopped too? Maybe that'll be fun for some pirouette photos. You're doing good. How about, go ahead and just, yeah, carve it up that way. You're on the right heading, and then I'll spin around to our target bearing. Really? Oh, try decreasing your Z bias now that you're pretty floaty. So that's going to make it less responsive to other functions, you know, since we just dropped all the weight. It'll make, yeah. So go ahead and it's around minus 35 or so when like, that's like kind of, we've brought on and taken off as much as probably equal. So around minus 35 is like what we start diving at almost. So that should make you a little bit more even flying this way, and then you have more control of over the other thrusters because you're not kind of thrusting kind of like little squirts into the verts all the time, you know what I mean? And so that makes all the other thrusters more responsive. Yeah. Yeah, there might be, let me check, all the thrusters seem good and on, so. Yeah. If you want to take your hands off the stick, see how we fly. Roger. You can always, and what's your gain at right now? Roger.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Beautiful cliff face with lots of corals on it. Diverse range. And at least one big sponge.
It's a nice little garden there.
50%.
What's the white coral on top?
I think
called
that is a primnoid.
Oh, it's pretty. Oh, big sponge on the bottom.
Buble. It's in our Michael Buble cam. It's a cool amount of corals and sponges there.
Yeah, lots of little chrysogorgids, lots of primnoids. There's some corallium or paragorgia mixed in. There's an iridogorgia down in the bottom right corner. So this fin of rock is clearly providing some good habitat.
All right, Chris, I think we're in a good spot now.
Okay. Bridge nav, 20 meters, 300.
All right, I'm going to change my heading now to 300. Okay. That's me looking pretty good down. Winds come up again. Good thing the weather wasn't like this when we were doing that 3,000 or 3,800 meter dive.
No, we shot across Johnson Atoll to get to that dive because that was the last window basically we had.
Yeah, makes sense. Good call. Yep, yeah. Go ahead and look around. We're in a good spot now. I can't see.
Yeah, neither am I.
You are not. That's a cool feature. Kevin, you're off SPL.
Yeah, nice big pile of pillow basalts.
Looks like it, yeah. We need something to barbecue. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, for this one, I would turn 90 so that I can still see where we're going. Because it's going to rise immediately to the back. So yeah, I would turn the way you are, pretty much looking like this into the slope and then lateral. This is kind of the fun part, because then you can kind of wipe your head if you want to and fro. And then, you know, it's kind of like figure skating down the mountain. You don't figure skate down mountains, do you? You ski.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Too much time in Southern California.
Yeah, that's very apparent, isn't it?
I was following the analogy.
I feel like figure skating is very lovely and graceful, and you can do lots of artsy things with it. Probably with skiing too. I'm not sure. I'm not that good. I pizza wedge it down a bunny
I don't know.
slope.
I think I could see downhill figure skating.
Sets of music for sure.
Yeah.
Isn't downhill figure skating just skate skiing?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's a Nordic style where you have there's skis that are totally smooth on the bottom, so you have to ski with a skating motion.
Oh. Yes. I think I could get into that. I could get
Yeah.
behind that.
Breach nav, 15 meters, 300. Let's go.
Yeah, you want to come up a wee bit. I saw the bottom in places I don't want to see bottom on Atalanta. Yeah, you can just come up to the left.
There's a dead sponge and a halotherian hanging out nearby. Some more bamboo corals coming off our rocks. Most likely bamboo. Could be unbranched primnoids.
Yeah, I think that's a bamboo. We do have some more unbranched primnoids.
What was the coral that they wanted a sample of?
We're looking for a specific chrysogorgid, so that one that we've been seeing that's really sparsely branched, we've been calling it kind of either a juvenile metallogorgia.
Oh, Raj.
There's a nice looking crinoid.
Nice. Hey, Chris. Can you zoom out on the map again? Wow, okay, interesting.
Got another little coral rock straight ahead. Not as dense, but still.
Is
It's many waypoints.
These are all similarly sized coral.
Yeah, another one that may be one mass settling.
Bridge nav, 15 meters, 300.
we can probably do 30-meter steps for the next few moves, hey? Until just like 2 more contour lines up if you want.
Okay.
Feel okay with that, Kylie?
I would call this a 5 o'clock shadow chin.
all just swaying in the breeze there.
Mm-hmm.
I like that if you look in the Atalanta view, this is just like one gigantic boulder that's kind of sitting up above the rest of the flow.
Boulders are always popular, or typically popular. Gives you some relief.
Oh yeah, you can see the current with all the little cattails.
Yeah. Very nice flying over this boulder.
Yeah, nice job, Kylie.
Thank you.
Bridge nav, 30 meters, 300.
I wonder if